A nursery is the first place that children experience after their home. For them, preschools are the windows through which they start exploring the world outside of their families. Many pedagogues and educators, including Madame Montessori and Frederick Froebel, have emphasized the idea that early childhood learning is holistic and intertwined with the developmental progression of the child. Sunderji Nursery School in Pune's Market Yard is a unique learning space which carries the values of inclusivity, sustainability, and quality education. Conceptualized by Masarrat Tavawalla of Sunderji's Global Academia and actualized by architect Swati Vaidya of iDesign, this nature kindergarten is a beautiful blend of pedagogy and design.
It was bare walls, 4 walls. This place was dreadful, muck all around. It was so terrible. I'm sure nobody would want to walk in this space. I told her this space has to be a nature kindergarten. And she's very different. The way she went around, walking in the premises, her hair falling, you can tell her 10 things, but she's thinking about something else. She actually tells you that, okay, tell me your dream. So we talked about my dreams. We talked about team goals. We wanted something very different. And I had this visual which I shared with her, that every night I used to dream red Indian tents, nature, lot of trees, children walking in, natural environment, climbing walls, Reggio inspired activities. And this premises was so awful and we used to wonder, how will she do it? But when Swati gave us the first design, believe me, I was awestruck.
My whole the whole profile was to curate her ideas and to make them applicable to this place, because it was like a desert and we wanted to create an oasis in it. Then we have to see that how the kids will love it and how the areas fit in, there are special kids and how they will be playing over here, and their safety is also important, their learning is also important. So these are the things which were primarily in our mind when we were thinking, and then the concept came up. So basically for me the concept is not like, it's not decorating. What we design is what is not there. What you like is what is not there, that is the space. We translated her ideas into a language which was a design language.
I love this dialogue of hers, like when she said that we had to translate that ideas. I used to visualize kids running around. She put it in the design language. She made it feasible, most important. And I had visited many schools abroad, also visiting different pedagogies like Maria Montessori, Froebel, Reggio. But Swati ma'am started studying those pedagogies. I think in one of the conversation, I remember very vividly, she said, let me learn these things. And I was quite surprised. Usually an architect doesn't learn about kids. She went into the science of kids learning. Somewhere along the line, she exactly knew the developmental milestones of children at certain age. She never told me that she's learning, but certain conversations, certain sentences just came out so clearly. Oh, this an architect wouldn't know. Definitely she's studied or she's read or she's dwelt onto it. Very barely I rejected any of her ideas.
More than kindergarten pedagogy, I was very much impressed by her work with special children. And when we started initially, I didn't know the kind of work she has, it's path breaking. So during the conversation, we actually found there were a lot of takeaways. And then I thought that if I integrate all these things into this school, then actually it will be real inclusive education preschool, which is one of the firsts in Maharashtra, in Pune.
In every aspect of design of this place, inclusivity is a value that is given the highest importance to, starting with choosing its color scheme.
So we found that the colors which are usually used in other kindergartens, like bright colors, primary colors, and that would be a strict no because that will have different kind of stimulating effect on different types of neurodiverse kids. And that's how we went towards nature, because nature is a great balancer, right? I mean, it has colors which balance out each other. Of course, we have some bright spots, but overall it is a very subtle color scheme, and that's why it generates a very calming environment.
Another important aspect of inclusive education is sensory learnings.
When they walk on those pebbles, they calm down and they have this sense of imbalance, and they learn to balance. So you get that learning. It's a sensory learning.
Education doesn't happen inside four walls. It happens when children explore the world around them, interact with each other, and participate in meaningful activities with their teachers. It is only then that they develop physical, social, and emotional skills that shape their future. Sunderji Nursery School is designed to encourage all of this. It has empty areas that can be converted into a space for indoor games, celebrations, or learning activities. All the objects here can be utilized as learning resources. For instance, stones in the sensory path and the rocks in the gratitude garden can also be used to teach various mathematical concepts such as comparison, measurements, weights, and so on. The whatever activity designed to calm the children down also teaches them properties of fluids and colors. The floor tiling allows to design games around the various patterns that are formed. Textures of the various objects help to learn about sensory experiences. Architect Swati's design gives justice to Ms. Tawawalla's 30 years of experience in pedagogy. This is clearly evident when we see various well-designed spaces that are helping children to achieve holistic development. Expression is of utmost importance in learning and in human life in general. The spaces such as drawing tree are designed in outdoor setting at an appropriate height for exactly the same reason. The large mirrors help children to expand the definition of self to include their peers and surroundings in it. One of the most loved features of this place is the knowledge tree.
I really love this space. I always believe in less is more, so I have left it like that because I want kids to run, I want them to read, I want them to play. It's an activity area. गावामध्ये आपल्या पिंपळाचा पार असतो किंवा वडाचा पार असतो आणि मोठी माणसं त्याच्या खाली बसतात आणि मग लहान मुलांना शिकवतात किंवा झाडाखालची शाळा असते. तर ऑल दोज थिंग्स वर देअर इन माय माइंड. आणि आता मॉडर्न ह्याच्यामध्ये आपण मुलांना कसं शिकवणार, त्यांना कुठून तो एक तुकडा आणणार गावाकडचा आणि कसं दाखवणार. दॅट वॉज माय थॉट की आय शुड ब्रिंग समथिंग विच इज व्हेरी व्हेरी core to our Indian traditions. Now it is made into a in a contemporary language. So you see different leaves, different things, but in core it is vadacha झाड.
For the toddlers of this age, spending some time away from their home, a warm and a comfortable environment is a must. The school has appropriately designed spaces that feel like home. It's also necessary for children of this age to start leaving their comfort zones for a bit and embrace small adventures.
Why can't there be a space where kids can feel the risk of life? They need to know what is it to go on height, and for them that little height is also quite a bit. I thought that this was a good idea, that let them walk on a small ledge, let them go on a ladder, and let them experience the fear, and then there is hurt, and then it heals also. So it is teaching you a process of healing and a chance in life that you can get hurt.
Each classroom here is one of its kind. Some of them have interactive spaces that children can engage with. By interacting with these objects, they learn how things work, how they break, how to fix them, and much more. Other classrooms have provisions for specific activities such as puppet shows and collaborative games. And the teachers? They need some spaces designed as per their needs too. There are spaces which are welcoming for quick chats, meetings, and some quiet time too. An empathetic design is the one that is built for the people. When a place is built with such a care and precision, everyone should be able to experience it and utilize it for their own purpose. This is exactly what Swati thought when she created this multipurpose hall. This hall not only invites everyone to use it for educational and social activities, but also creates a parallel revenue stream which strengthens the cause of inclusivity and quality education. We welcome you all to come and experience this place where pedagogy marries design to create a sustainable future.